we doing it? Hello. Hello. We are almost set up. Imagine this. I start working an hour before it's time. An hour. I can't hear the background noise. Okay, you can kind of hear it. I can hear my mom and sister downstairs watching some noisy Hollywood flick. Craziness. Let's do that there and that there. Kick that down. Oh my goodness. Doesn't show up very well, does it? The YouTube chat. However, I am the master of screwing up my own neck. Lucky reset is so easy. So, we're going to be quiet in the library, right? We're going to be very quiet in the library. Very, very quiet. What's this one pointed at? Is this pointed at my ear? Or is this one? There's a 3. There's a... How about now? Are they pointed correctly now? Perhaps they are. Yeah. Okay. So friends, because I was so busy setting up, so busy, and getting this awesome background and the background noise that I can't really hear. Yeah. You can kind of hear a book flip, at least on my end. But that could also be my weirdo system. But yeah, I've been doing a lot. Like a lot. And well, I do not have my left microphone's arm yet. The microphone shipped next day. The microphone arm arrives tomorrow, which means I'll have had the microphone 2 or 3 days before the arm came in. Now I can't complain too much. I didn't have to leave my house to get the microphones, but just a little weird. Just a little weird. I'm biding time, hoping that one of those rascals from the EU pops in before bed, but who knows? But we're trying out a bunch of things, and I've learned that I need to start setting up an hour and a half before, so that I'm not 15 minutes late, or 10 minutes, I guess it was. But this double mic setup works very well, I think. Oh. No. Don't be fuzzing. You're a brand new cable. It's a brand new cable. Why is it fuzzing? Probably just the not a good connection. Anyway. Anyway. These mics are great. These mics are amazing. Amazing for picking up voice. I bought one of them to be my singing mic. For singing. You know that thing that I don't do. And it sounded so good. And I was having so much trouble with the Blue Yeti unplugging and making fuzzy noises. So I bought another one so that I could have a left and a right. And I currently have them wired backwards. Backwards from the way I like them. You can tell me if this one is your left ear or right ear, and if it looks like I am left or right. But listen, if you're going to check out a book, we can get you a book. Okay? Just... what was that impact? Weird. Very weird. Very, very weird. So let's give this a shot. Unmute this one. I think it needs just a little more juice. Man, airplanes flying over the library. What is this world getting to? It never fails. I start ASMR, and there have not been any planes flying over all day. And now we're going to get 15 in the course of 2 hours. I'm bribing you for your silence in the library by rubbing your ears. It's totally not because I spent so much time making the background and the background music that you can't even hear. The ambience that I didn't pick up any library themed triggers. That's totally not the reason. And I am so glad I get to have this on the screen so I can just reset it. This is my first one with 3 monitors too. There's so much space, so much room for activities. Yeah, that sounded better. But the monitoring is weird. If you can hear the background, it's got a hum, it's got page turns. It's also got people talking. Some of them I think are talking in Korean and some of them are talking in English. But if anybody happens to hear them, let me know, because I can see the sound is supposedly louder than my voice. And there should be a low-end background hum with it. But honestly, I can't tell if it's the hum from a microphone that's acting up or if it's the hum that I added into the background ambience. We're staying nice and quiet in the library, aren't we? As for why my desk looks like this, and why the books have such sharp light on them. Oh, there's the book turning. Somebody next door flipping very eagerly through a dictionary. In any case, they decided to set up a spotlight in the library, and they pointed it at my normal desk. And well, being a creature of habit, I decided to just sit down at my normal desk anyway, and let it blind me, okay? I mean, who needs eyes? I just like to read books. Oh, man. I might actually have to go pick up some triggers from somewhere, because I have them on a big tray, and oh, there's my mom blending into the background. One can't be a real VTuber unless one's mother is in the house making noise in the background, right? In any case, because this is a library, I shouldn't have to fight to be heard. And you shouldn't have to fight to relax. If you have any specific triggers you'd like to hear, let me know. I did have a list posted, but nobody could read it. The text was too small. So if you want some scratching, just ask for scratching. It doesn't cost anything. If I ever get monetized one day, then maybe it'll cost something then, but who knows when that's going to be. Very far away. By monetized, I mean like monetized on YouTube, which is really, really, really far away. I might actually raise my tracking phone a bit. Because it's tracking a lot better now that there isn't a microphone in between it and me. My favorite book. That's a tough one. Hello, by the way, Ox. And Jenna. Hope you or y'all are having a fantastic evening. Totally not buying time to think. I'm going to say, for right now, The Horse and His Boy, which which is part of the Chronicles of Narnia. Book 3 chronologically. Oh. I do have pop filters on these microphones. The Promised Neverland. Was that a sad one? I've heard of The Promised Neverland, and a cover has come to my mind. But you know how anime covers are, they just stack all the characters in like a V shape and they put some kind of, like, landscape background behind them, so that could be any. Promised Neverland. It's familiar, but I don't think I've read it. This is kind of comfy. Get your manga, if you don't mind my asking. I've been curious to get into it, reading manga, and I don't have a website yet. I know my website for anime went down about a year ago, so I've stopped watching a lot of anime. There are a couple that have come out in the last year that I really wanted to see. But everybody who reads the manga always says the manga is better. It'd be nice to find out for myself. Excuse me. Oh, it's downstairs. It's downstairs. Let me what else have I got? I've got a Kleenex nearby. I don't have the right mic for this. One moment here. We move this over. We point it at the desk. How's this? Let's bump that up. Library desks are a thing. And then let's move this up. just to chill away from class. I got a lot of echo. Yeah, these windscreens are really, really good. I can't get it to do the ear blowing thing. I'm so sad. I got a B minus. My mom is going to be so pissed. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding, guys. Anyway, if anyone has any triggers they'd like to hear, library or not library related, we don't care what the librarian thinks. Matter of fact, I might be the librarian in disguise. I'm not just the librarian. I made this library. Halfway true. I think this is too many words. Do you mean my talking, or do you mean the books behind me? Welcome back, Libret. Yeah. So many books. This was actually, I think this is King's College. I'm looking for it on my desktop as we speak. Wood Trinity College. Okay. That might be in Dublin, actually. In which case, I think I've been there before. Oh, I want your opinion. Libret, how does the shadows under the books look? Are they good shadows? Do they go out far enough, do you think? You only read books to learn magic. Gotcha. Well, that's a good thing. You can use your fireball on the law books to my this side. They're all law books. If you look at the books behind, there's also light coming in at either side of the library. It's a bit stronger, actually, on this side. But you're saying the shadows are too strong. Cool, cool. I manually drew in the shadows because I was like, these books don't look natural on this desk, which is, of course, like, of course they don't look natural. These are three different pictures. Book, and table are three different pictures overlaid over a fourth picture, and I drew in the shadows because they looked so unnatural without any shadows. But the shadows are too dark, yeah. Only two suns. Only two suns. Wow. Bonus points if you can identify what that motif is from. Yeah, I thought about that too. Hold on. What I really need is a black, yeah, on my face. I need a black I need a black surface. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Whoops. This one goes up. This one, chat, goes down. I know, right? I actually think I have another thing that I can do. Until then, please enjoy my chest. My chest chat, my chat chest. Your words go deep into my heart. Where my love is. What little love remains in this cold, cruel, and unnatural world. Image add. New one. We'll just call it image. Browse. On my desktop there should be yes. Rear ground. No, the stream is not broken. I'm fixing it. I'm fixing it. I'm fixing it. Okay. Then we can put, oh, we gotta put this image behind chat. There we go. Okay. And there's the true big brain, is always have a black background saved to your desktop. So all you have to do is plug it in. Man. I wonder if there's an opacity setting on the top right. Well, we have a similar issue. Or do you mean like that? And then I can stretch this like that. Like that. Yeah, that'll work. Close enough. Close enough. Okay. two down. Yeah. Yeah. Now we can see the books, except for the books in the background, but those were just extras. They weren't actually filled with anything highly decorative. Yeah. There was a lot of new stuff happening this week. I have 3 monitors now instead of 2. Caught one on sale or a really good deal. All 3 of them have a different color profile and it drives me a little nuts. Like my main monitor is 4 or 5 years old. And it's a little faded. The color. The new monitor. A book with different triggers option in them. Yes. I can't let you read it, but if you guess one of the ones that's in the book, then I'll do it for you. How does that sound? Oh, friendos, I also have a question. I also have a question for you. Can you hear the background ambience? It's got page flips, it's got conversation that shouldn't make much sense because some of it's in Korean. Unless you speak Korean, in which case it would make perfect sense. I don't speak anything in Korean, so I'm screwed for understanding. But yeah, there should be a low-end rumble that's just like air conditioner noise, I guess. Anyway, yeah, we've got scratching triggers, we've got so you can hear those really clearly. I can barely hear them. I can turn it down. Is it too loud? Let me swap back. The great thing is I muted the wrong one. I totally muted the wrong one. I was trying to say I don't have to mute all of the mics now because I have some that are just for talking. The scratching one seems good. This one? I got you covered. Yeah, I accidentally muted the speaking ones, which I should never have to mute. And you know, I was in enough of a hurry trying to get here and get everything set up, even though I started an hour beforehand, that I left all of my triggers about 3 meters behind me. So, at some point I'm gonna have to get up and get them. I'm putting that off. Covered like a book, exactly. it. I gotta look at it. Enokia lurk. Enokia. El gato. 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 El gato. You are Enokia. Is it a VR chatter? They are seeming a little furry at the moment. Oh, Wiggle Parrot. Now that's a name for an emote. Is it another VTuber? I'm always curious seeing all these emotes around. It's good stuff. Unlike some of those weirdos on Twitter, I encourage you to use other people's emotes. You paid good money to be part of their channel and support them. Use all you want. I'm not gonna have any idea what you mean with the emotes without hovering over them. We chillaxed here. Oh, yeah, spamming is enabled. Other friends lurking in the background. It's okay to lurk. I appreciate you. If you'd like to hear a trigger, or a type of trigger more specifically, or less specifically, anyway, trigger words, triggers, I can reproduce quite a bit. Oh my goodness. There's some loudness happening behind me. I really hope they don't open my door. My mother has no sense of personal space. I'm sure many of you can relate. What is a 1v1 Fortnite trigger? Is it the sound of things being built? Sorry, didn't mean to click. I really have no idea what you mean. Tell you what, give me like 10 seconds to turn my chair around, grab the other triggers, and come back. Haha. I've never played Fortnite either. It's been 10 years. I'm sorry, I went out to get milk and cigarettes, and they were all out of milk and cigarettes, so I had to go somewhere else. Please ignore the mother you hear in the background. Wait, why am I so high up? Why do I look like a giraffe? Stop. Stop. Spout down. And fix this neck problem there. Good gracious. Hey, guess what I found in my triggers? Guess what I found? Let me make sure the mic is unmuted before I start doing. You're very close. This is actually a book. Yeah, I have a book trigger. And this is library ASMR, kind of. It's quite interesting how the sound, or the wind is pushing on it. You can hear the wind against the microphone diaphragm. Before you got here, Brett, before you got here, I was asked what my favorite book was, and I was really confused, because we're in an ASMR, right? And, like, during ASMR roleplays, you wouldn't necessarily, like, talk about actual books, right? Even library ones, unless you were talking about, like, renting or borrowing. Ooh, that was strong. Anyway, they asked me what my favorite book is, so I told them a book I remembered reading when I was a kid. Anyway, books can... You're such a pyro. Such a pyro. I appreciate that about you. Pyro is fun. At times. Arson not so fun. But pyro very fun. Let's see. So we had books. Fortnite 1v1 noises. I still have no idea what those are. What else have we got? I wonder what a plastic brush is scratching would sound like. Mic punching. I could do that. Getting my feel here. How's that? Get punched. Get punched, get punched. Get punched, get punched, get punched. Hey, Brad. Is this hitting just right? Get punched. Get punched. Be hitting left and right. It's kind of a weird spot to hit on the mic to get like an impact and still have it sound close. And scrub it on the desk a little. It's kind of like a massage technique, actually. punching because if I ball my fist and hit the mic with it, it does not produce a very consistent sound. I guess if I bend my wrist a certain way, but you gotta hit it almost with the flat of your fingers in order to produce a sound. It sounds much better with the palm, almost like a karate chop, a palm strike. Just right in front of the ear. Yeah, it is like tapping, like a lower pitch tapping in your brain. We're straightening your brain out. We're gonna keep beating it until all the perverse stuff is out, okay? No more cringe. No more, what was the other thing? No more lewd stuff. It's all getting punched out. Getting punched right out. Kinda wish I could punch mine out too. Funny story about brain cells. Funny story. Let me add something here. Image. Want a new one. And let's add. Open. Yeah. It's a brain cell. Man, I'm dead. This is a hand-drawn brain cell that I drew yesterday. I'm gonna put it in a VTuber clip. It does kind of look like an egg. So here's the bit. Somebody in chat tells Ikumi, the VTuber, something about her one brain cell at work. And then how do I resize this? There we go. Now it's my brain cell. You can't have it. I might share it with you if you're nice. Anyway, someone in chat says Iku's one brain cell is working really hard today or something like that. So she zooms in real close with her model and looks kind of back like this for an uncomfortable period of time. There's no sound. It's just her, like, looking back and forth. Okay. I will move on with the triggers. If anyone else has a request, let me know. What was I doing? Oh, I've got this. Where is its sibling? Ooh. Okay, never mind. I found some balls. balls. These balls came in a set of 5. Only 2 of them were actually matched. The others were all like different textures. Like, bruh, why would you sell 5 differently textured balls with different stuffing? Why not 2 of each? But I got some cheap ones because I wasn't sure. So, one of them's already popped on me, and it got some kind of fluid on my hand at the time, and it was gross. But it made for nice hand cleaning ASMR at the time. Library, talking so loudly. Can't they see we're trying to study the inside of the human brain? As I mix it up to a nice soup to enable you to sleep with my one brain cell on display for all to see. You see me staring intently in this direction. It's because that's where my triggers are, and I'm trying to decide which trigger I'm doing next. How you can save my singular brain cell, pictured here, from making that decision by making it for me and telling me what trigger you would like to hear. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep on doing my thing. Maybe you like my thing, though, in which case, I like you. I really want to do this one. There it is. I found it. I found the other one. YouTube, but there is a nice ASMR lady who does tentacle ear cleanings. And I'm pretty sure this is one of the triggers she uses to imitate that sound. She's got a slimy one overlaid with this one, I think, and one other, and it produces a fairly realistic sound of a tentacle, at least what I imagine a tentacle would sound like going inside my ear. Kind of freaky, but it sounds really good, and it's super relaxing. Why is it relaxing to experience the sound of a tentacle going in your ear? I have no answer. No concrete answer. I mean, she herself is very relaxing to listen to. She's kind of like that. Welcome back, Brad. Suyori or Sayuri. I'm actually subscribed to them both. And they're different voice actresses, I'm pretty sure. But one of them's a little more not safe for work. And the other one is like 100% girlfriend experience or something. It's difficult because she only speaks Japanese, but she has English subtitles. But honestly, when you're trying to go to sleep, who's reading the subtitles? And her voice is divine. Picture every small brat in an anime series that's like spunky. Not like spunky, but like, feisty. Feisty's the word I'm looking for. Picture that super feisty, kind of small, always getting in fights with people, and her voice, and how it's silky smooth, kind of mid-tone. Not mid, it's top tier. But it's like medium tone. It's not super low and it's not high and squeaky. And she's just talking to you. Kind of like I am. And then she teases you. And then she calls you Sako, Sako. Sako, Sako. And giggles, and it's like freaking angels. Or, tormenting demons. I don't know. And then the tentacles happen. Wait a second, isn't the Cthulhu mythos is like primarily book-based? So it's a great thing to talk about in a library. And there's a lot of tentacles in the Cthulhu mythos. I should come up with a new trigger. Let's see what we've got over here. We got some metal, we got some plastic, we got some I do better with the library aspect of this roleplay? Should I talk about studying for tests? And how we need to do it for Miss Adams or something? I'm a little lost.
Then the library is a great place to be because you can just read a book and go where you want to go.
I should probably put my one brain cell away. It gets performance anxiety about being looked at while it's thinking. There it goes. So hey, did anybody pick up that extra book for the project? The one about the Pythagorean theorem? No? Well, I don't know where it is either. The Dewey Decimal System is a little confusing for me. Like I understand separating by topic. Oh, it's our second airplane over the library. What did I tell you? No airplanes all day. Right when we go to the library. A bunch of airplanes overhead. I promise I'm not falling asleep in the library. Librarian McCutcheon would have my hide. Skin me, tan me, turn me into a seat cushion. No sleeping in the library. I think for my next project, I should do a little voice. An old man voice or Arnold Schwarzenegger voice or who knows, a voice I think would make it funner. I wish I had my towel nearby. Oh, I've got a sack. I've got a sack. Hold on. And inside of that sack was another sack. Now this is upcycling. good friend Kroger Sack would like to tell you something, and I think I'll give Kroger Sack the floor. Welcome, Kroger Sack. Please tell us what's on your mind. Mr. McCreary. The sack? I don't know what sack you're talking about. Play dead, play dead. The one over my friend's head. Oh, he likes it. He's been practicing holding his breath, and yeah. So. Making noise? No, not us. No. You know, sack noise is allowed. Can't help it, right? Like sacks make noise. You can't stop them from making noise. Okay, we'll try to keep it down. Thank you. You have a good day, Mr. Perry. Ooh, that was close. Did you like what Kroger Sack had to say? Yes. Well, Kroger Sack has a little more to say to you. Take it away, Kroger Sack. No one will hear the crinkling of this sack unless they're right next to you. So we can crinkle in the library. We just have to crinkle responsibly. Like Pringling, you have to Pringle responsibly too, right? Even though once you pop, the fun don't stop. Do you feel thoroughly bagged? Do you feel like your groceries got rattled around, or they were packaged properly, and the bag really helped with your quality of life? You can leave a comment about the bagging skills under the video. I guess if you're YouTube, I don't know if Twitch has the ability to comment on videos that have already played. Anyway. What am I doing? Oh, I'm resetting the crick in my neck. Do you see it? I don't know why it does that, honestly. But it's easy enough to click it. Click it or stick it. I mean, click it or tick it. I have the Kamokumi song stuck in my head. My Oshiyo, one of them. She sings a silly song about her plush duck chat. Yes, they are ducks. Quack, quack. Should I say quack, 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 quack? I think that's actually a good trigger sound. Quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 quack. Quack, 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 quack. Quack, quack, quack. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, Kumi. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, Kumi. That's enough shilling for another VTuber. That's Pressure. He's a helpless case. He shills other VTubers in his own streams. As always, if y'all have any trigger requests, let me know and I'll see what I can do about it. Scratching the itch of your trigger obsession. I keep going back to this one because it's fun to do. Let me try. What's we got here? Ooh. Trinity Blue. My bad, I read your name too fast. If you have a trigger request, let me know. I'm experimenting. What's up, asexual? What do we, Gute Nacht? Gute Nacht? Yes, that's normally what you say. Gotcha. Welcome back. A good meme? What I was just doing. I'm just experimenting with other triggers because nobody's really asking for them at the moment, which is totally cool. Ooh, that's crispy. Currently ASMRing. I'm in a library. We are in a library, and we're dodging homework right now. This is supposed to be study hall, and we're just laying low, you know. Definitely a good time for the library. You can kind of hear in the background there are other people here too. They have the same idea. Same idea. My time is 5:30 in the evening. Ooh, I should switch mics. Let me make sure I mute the correct one this time. Mute there. Unmute there. And then we move that over there. There we go. Point that down. You are a library nerd. This is fantastic. You can help me with this library roleplay that I was unprepared for. Let's get that cable out of the way. You mean currently? I'm tapping on my desk with brushes for the microphone. never been to a library, and another who's not been in at least 20 years. I used to go all the time as a kid. They're almost obsolete. Abusing a typewriter. It'd be nice to have a typewriter to abuse for ASMR. I do not have one. And they're probably expensive, considering that all the hipsters were picking them up at one point. Or are hipsters still a thing? I haven't been, like, out of my house besides to go to work or the store. And hipsters were like 10 years ago, right? So are there still hipsters? I had some fun in the library. Ooh, that's a lot crisper. Honestly, the aesthetic is nice. No, these are drum set brushes on a wooden desk with a microphone right next to them. It does sound a lot like a keyboard or a typewriter, doesn't it? I really like the aesthetic of libraries, but I don't like reading books very much. I used to love it. Feels strong. Video games and you wouldn't think it, but I want you to think in your mind. Pinterest is what? It's pictures with some short comments. Twitter is what? Novels and novels and novels with the occasional picture or video. And I am, for better or worse, on Twitter a lot. Because you know, all the VTubers have a Twitter. But most of them don't have Facebook anymore. That's funny. I'm letting your ears rest a little bit. If anybody has another trigger. I will certainly take it. Trigger. Screaming. Screaming, 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 screaming. that my chair? Oh my goodness. Do scream, don't say it. Apostasia. Wow. Is that what that emote actually is written as? I'm not actually going to scream. It's not actually going to scream. Screaming is not very ASMR-ish. Let me try. Let me try a thing here. Let's do property. There's a gnat in my library. I did not bring the drums again. I really need to. So you can have your drum ASMR. Did you ever look up on YouTube the drum ASMR that's up there? Scam! It's a scam! It's a scam, you guys. It wasn't very long, I think maybe 18 minutes. And it was just snare drum, microphones. Now, I will say they weren't the best microphones, but they were microphones, and it was tingly, and I actually got tingles from my own ASMR when I was playing with the snare drum. It is not played in a violent manner. It is played like a concert drum. You'd be mad because I didn't beat the crap out of the snare drum. But it sounds good. It sounds good. Yeah, that gnat. If it flies into my mouth, I am swallowing it. I don't care if it tastes bad. I don't care if it's still alive when it goes down my throat. It will leave this world in a pit of acid. That was a little dark. Oh yeah. Let me fluff this one for a bit. First off, let's move that one over there. I really need like a bigger desk. Airplane. Trinity Blue over here is taking trips on airplanes. Yes. I'm learning very good. Oh. Let's do that there. And now we get some Blue Yeti. such that I could buy my own property, not like a huge mansion or anything, but like a decently sized house. I would put a library in there. But I'd probably fill it with books that I've not read, nor would I read. Just to have a room to sit in and sip a refined alcoholic beverage and pretend to be sophisticated. Because I love the vibes of a library. Who knows? If I made enough money, I might retire, and then I'll have plenty of time to read books. Because who has time to read when you're working 40 hours a week? And if you're trying to do anything social, you're screwed. I mean, yeah, it would be free. It would be free, but you'd have to be a friend, and you'd have to come over, and we would not have wild screaming parties, just so you know. We would sit and drink maybe scotch, if you are of the age to drink scotch. I like scotch in small amounts. Of course, that's the key for any alcohol. Don't drink it to get drunk. Drink it to enjoy it. Do a scream and go to next location. Next location is next week. However, if you have a suggestion for what kind of ASMR location you'd like, I will take your suggestion. We're celebrating over on YouTube for some reason. A women's toilet. I can do a toilet. Would you like a public toilet or like a bathroom toilet? I will put my VTuber model inside the toilet and I will read the Skippity song in a similar voice to I'm speaking in right now. Or I might read it as Arnold Schwarzenegger or something. I don't even know if the Skippity song has lyrics. I've only heard that little skippity pop pop neep neep section. I just brought it up and traumatized all of you. You're welcome. Well, public toilet, asexual. Yes, in the United States, in at least half the areas. Though, let me just say this. Let me just say this. If you have the option of going in a women's, a men's, or a family restroom, which would you go in? Me, 100% of the time, regardless of what I identified as, I would go in the family restroom because it's a huge room all to yourself with one toilet. You are private. You get to enjoy your phone unless somebody's freaking unless somebody's like rattling the door handle, but even then you're locked, right? So screw them. At work, I go in the family restrooms whenever possible. They're usually cleaner. They're much more roomy. I can like sit down and browse whatever social media I want. Like, screw going in the regular restroom, you know what I mean? regular restrooms are for chumps. Those poor families that have been rattling the door for like 30 minutes. I'm kidding. I'm not that bad. I will be in there for 15 or 20 minutes though if nobody rattles the door and I'm on a break from work. Because we have regular, not like breaks, but like you're out of a position and you're there to help, except you're not. Because there's so many supervisors just standing around doing whatever they want, not working. And the supervisors are supposed to be doing the same work we're doing. Just some of them need to be free to resolve problems, fix machinery and stuff. Okay, so next time I will rig up a toilet scene. I actually have a great toilet scene that I think you will like. I had one with 3 urinals and 2 or 3 stalls, and I had, I think, 13 or 14 of my models inside. Oof, that's bad luck. Yeah, that's another thing about those public restrooms. When they close them, you're screwed. For cleaning. Trinity Blue really wants the book. Tell you what, Trinity Blue, I've got a book right here. Why don't I give you some page turning? Ooh, it was really strong over there. These microphones are a little bit weird. The speaking ones, they're not like point them at your mouth, they're like speak into the side of them. And yeah, half of them is like a dead zone and half of them is supposed to be a live zone, but oh, you don't have a family restroom that's like got the table to change the kids, or sometimes a table to change adults? Feels bad, man. You mean feels dank, man? Such a weird emote. Y'all, we're winding down. I hate to wind it down, but we're winding down because my work hours are so weird. I normally go into work at 2:30 in the morning, and then I stay till 1. And if I get 2 off on my schedule for my weekend, which is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I will suffer for an entire week because I'll miss a little bit of sleep on one day, and I just barely get the minimum. Female toilet. Sure. I'll make it a public restroom. And I'll put my model in one or multiple toilets for you. Just for you. Oh, there's another airplane. Maybe that's why Trinity Blue has been putting airplanes in chat sometimes. Just for you. Just for you. I might put a little women's door sign on one of the stalls or something for you. And then you will have gone in one. I'll tell you something else. Maybe a hot take, but it seems like women's restrooms are dirtier than men's. That includes, like, the men who miss the toilet when they're standing. But Pressure, how would you know? Well, I mean, when there's nobody around. Now, I used to study music, and I was in a music building, and I'd be there late practicing sometimes, and there was nobody else in the building, and the women's restroom was close, and the men's was like downstairs. So I was like, okay, nobody here, nobody here, nobody in there, yay! And I went in, and I'm like, let's get done. Get done and get out of here. This is nasty. And, yeah, I think I'd make the walk now. If there's pee on the seat, you can clean it. If there's pee all over the floor, you're stepping in it. You can't even get close enough to, like, make it in, you know? Nobody saw me. I don't think they had security cameras inside either. They had security cameras on the outside doors, just in case somebody broke in, but they didn't have security cameras, like, in the building. Meh. I mean, I feel like everybody should go in one of the ones that they're not normally in at least once. But it's really not that much different. Like, the men have a stand-up version of a toilet. In America, anyway. And therefore have slightly more toilets than the ladies do, but the ladies have more sit-down toilets. So if you're a dude, and all three of the stalls are taken, and there are 2 or 3 people in line for the stalls, you have fewer stalls to cycle through. It's a trade-off. Though technically, if you're a dude, you can also go in the same. But people wash their hands in there. Yeah, so it's a drain. This is derailed. This is derailed really far. Let's mute that. And the other one's muted. Yeah, you wash your hands. You wash your hands afterward, and then the soap washes down anything that you know. I'll tell you, since you're here, I had a dream of taking a dump in a urinal. And what stopped me all these years has been the thought of some poor, underpaid janitor having to scoop out with, like, gloved hands my log that would not flush down the urinal. It has prevented me from pursuing my dream. You know, some wise man once said, don't let your dreams just be dreams. But I think in this situation he was wrong. We gotta think of the people that have to clean it up. And I mean, taking a poo off a bridge. It's a much more exciting prospect, isn't it? I plead the fifth. I can neither confirm nor deny that has happened, and how disconcerting it was hearing the splash much later than it normally is. Sally, welcome. What a great time for you to join. Oh, you're eating. Why are you eating at 2 a.m.? Sally's here getting traumatized by stories of weird places to take poo. Asexuals here eating dumplings. You're always eating dumplings on Mondays, aren't you? I mean, dumplings are like one of the perfect snacks. For me, it'd be cheese. I call them cheese puffs. They're not like Cheetos. They're a really fluffy bread with mozzarella on the inside. And they're real easy to pop in the microwave for us. So I buy some every once in a while and they're so good. Oh my goodness. Anyway, the library's going to be closing in just a couple minutes, so let's pack up our books and roll out, friends. I will be back next week. The theme, I am going to attempt a toilet ASMR wherein I am in perhaps multiple toilets of a public restroom, and I like what could I legitimately use trigger wise from a toilet without like buying new toiletry stuff? Yeah, I could use like stiff bristles as a trigger. Okay, I could use alcohol wipes. I could use sponges. Okay, yeah. I've got some extra sponges that I can use. What other kind of triggers would go with that? Brushing teeth? Is that even a trigger? Would that even make people like get tingles? It might. I have been meaning to get some toothbrushes for the microphones, because I think toothbrush on microphone sounds great, but toothbrush in mouth close to microphone? Man, I don't know. We'll have to see. It's not allowed to brush your teeth into the microphone? Oh, is this that new Twitch thing? Twitch has been doing some weird rule changes. And YouTube did some kind of weird rule change. I listened to a lot of Ikumi, and she was like, yay, I don't have to lick the mic anymore. So I don't think I've ever heard Ikumi lick the mic, and I never will, because she took all of them down from YouTube as far as I'm aware. So, I guess I'll just have to find somebody else who licks the mic if I want to listen to mic licking. By the way, you will not hear mic licking here. If at some point we get to membership status, that could be a reward that's unlockable, I suppose. But why would you want to listen to me lick a microphone when you could listen to a hot chick lick a microphone? ASMRs on YouTube. I had a problem with Twitch in that I was clicking on ASMR to listen to it, and most of the streams were not live. As a matter of fact, a lot of them had ads, and they had been playing for like 32 hours straight. And you know nobody's doing 32 hours straight of ASMR. Like they'll do 12-hour challenge, but they won't do 32-hour. Like, they're unconscious at that point. They have put themselves to sleep. So yeah, and a lot of that seems like licking, which sounds great to me, but makes me feel things, so I don't listen to it very often. Which is also why I don't do licking, because I would rather have a friendly friend experience here. Yeah, they're just bots on Twitch, most of them, doing their ASMR thing pre-recorded. There was one of them that said, I record ASMR in my off time, and then I just play it on my channel. Please subscribe. Like, no. Like, I'm sure at this point I have enough that I could set up a 24/7 and have it looping, but bruh, that's lazy as shit. No, no. I live. I live. You live, I live. And I do live. I still owe for like the 100 subscriber thing. But nobody was like, hey, when are you gonna release that ASMR RP on YouTube for 100 subscribers? And so I just kind of put it on the back burner and never finished it, even though the sound recording is finished and the basic video. Yeah, they do. And the content that you paid for, if you aren't watching it live, it disappears. It disappears after 2 weeks for most people. In my case, mine disappears after 7 days. And so, basically, if you miss one of my 2 streams that I do a week, you have 1 week, and then it's gone forever. Except, I stream on YouTube at the same time, and so the exact same content is going to be available on YouTube until I decide to erase it, or YouTube takes it down. Which is not likely to happen because I don't do anything spicy. Anyway. Finishing up. We're finishing up here, folks. I get busy yakking, don't I? I do have a Discord server. The Boys. You mean like the show? The show The Boys. I heard. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I have a Discord for those of you who have it. There's a lot of, well, it's semi-active, I will say. There's a couple people that share memes and a couple people that chat back and forth, and we're growing. Go watch Library. Why don't you watch these? I'm kidding. Please don't. Anyway. I might stream a game tomorrow. I might stream more editing stuff. It's difficult to say because, like, when I stream a game, nobody shows up, and when I stream editing stuff, like, 1 or 2 people show up. Maybe I'm just not very good at either one. That's probably the case. I have a Twitter as well, and of course somebody's knocking at my door. Why? Okay, closing up. Catch y'all later.